is to understand illness and healing. Know what causes illness and how to heal it. If you don't understand illness and healing, how can you actually do it? And I can tell you there's a lot of people out there who don't really understand illness. That's why they call themselves practitioners, because they're still practicing. So what does this mean? Let's go into this a bit more detail. So this is about understanding the causes of illness and what healing requires. So to facilitate healing sessions, it is crucial you know what really causes illness and suffering. And to do this, I help people understand energetic anatomy. Because some people, like in the Western medical model, right, they say these illnesses are caused by physical symptoms. No, they're not. Everything's created at an energetic level first. Example is, they say mental illness is caused by chemical imbalance in the brain. No, it's not. It's actually a symptom, but it's not the cause. So what they do, they say, oh, that's the cause. So what do they give? They give them drugs, which are all poisonous. And it's interesting that the word ill is in pill. Isn't that interesting? And they give them pills which aren't going to heal them. No pill will heal you, I can tell you. So it's about understanding what is the cause of illness. And I'll give an example. I had a client 2 days ago from Canada. Now, she's got sciatica, which is like a pain in your nervous system from the creative chakra and goes down your leg, right? It's very painful. Now, I said to her, what caused that? She said, oh, I went bowling. I said, well, that's not what caused it. But so I look at the energetic reasons as to why you have that block in that part of the body. Now, so what I mean by energetic anatomy, right? Well, if we're blocking who we are, which I said most people do, they block who they are, right, to fit into the world, then you're going to block your essence into your body. Because as a soul, we project our energy into the body so we can use the body to manifest in the third earth dimension. Now, if you block that flow of energy, well, your body has got less energy and it develops a block, which therefore the body can't function, and therefore what you're going to do is going to create a symptom. So based on that, every symptom reflects that you've got a block in the consciousness, which is a limiting belief. So I can tell you from my experience working with all sort of ailments in the last 30 years, every illness, and I'm saying every illness, is created by people holding on to limiting beliefs. But you've got to know what the underlying cause is. Now, I'm going to go back to that lady with MS. Now, when she came into with MS, I know what the cause of MS is from my experience working with so many clients, right? But you can use books which tell you what the meaning of each illness is, right? Or you can just connect to the body and the body will tell you, right? Now, multiple sclerosis is created by a thought, I've lost control of my body. So your body actually lives it out. That's why she's lost control of her body and she was on crutches. Now, when she came to me, I connected to her body and her body told me, oh my God, this happened 7 years ago. So I said, what happened 7 years ago? And she said, oh, I gave birth. And as soon as she said it, I thought, yep, I knew that was it, right? I said, tell me what happened during the birth process. She said, oh, there's a lot of complications and they're doing this and doing that and doctors. And I actually felt I lost control of my body. That's actually what she said. Now, if you've got a thought, I've lost control of my body, your body's going to live it out. That's a symptom. And in a way, the body is sending you that message to say, stop blocking that thought so that you can use your body. And I said, this was very painful for her because she was an athlete, a runner. So what did I do? I helped her understand that experience, that trauma, which is formed that limiting belief, and help her let go of that thought she's lost control of her body. So I gave her meditations to connect to her body, love her body, know she can be in control of it, know that she created that experience to learn something. And because we dealt with the underlying cause, 2 days later, she walked into my, and I mean walk with no crutches. And a week later, she started running. How do you think her life changed? Being an athlete, being able to use her body again. Amazing, right? Why? Because I was able to determine the underlying cause. And when I'm training healers, I teach people how to do this instantly. Like you connect to a person's body and you can feel it. Now, if you're taught how to do that, Al, then you can do it, right? It's like any skill, you just got to learn it. And then so like that lady I met in the park, in the farmer's market, I knew straight away she had the pain in the neck. I read bodies like reading books. I read the energy and the energy is telling me this is what she's blocking. But if you understand energetic anatomy, like chakras, like if you've got a block in the throat, the neck, Well, you're blocking your throat chakra. So it's related to not expressing yourself, not expressing your truth. Well, if you've got sciatica, well, it starts off in the creative chakra between the hips. Well, you've got to block around creation. And when I talked to that client around what really created her sciatica, it was all her issues about creating. She wanted to have a house and she hasn't created it yet. She wants to go on this RV trip with her husband and haven't created that yet. So she had issues about creating, which is why she created this sciatica. You know what a lot of people do? They get angry with their bodies. Oh my God, body, why have you created sciatica? Guess what? You've created the illness. So I get people to love their illness. Like that lady had sciatica. I said, I want you to make the sciatica your friend and give her a name. She calls it Kate, because Kate was one of her best friends at school, right? And she said, she goes, hello, Kate. How are you? What can you teach me? What can I learn? She just felt different energy. Because once you know what causes illness and suffering, then you can understand what healing requires. So if every illness is caused by a limiting belief, blocks energy into the body, well, therefore, what is healing? Healing is about letting go of that limiting belief, changing your perception. Even like you guys, you're doing some healing around. Why aren't I a healer yet? Because you're holding on to limiting beliefs. That's what's stopping you. Not the world, not the government, right? It's about what thoughts you have. And the empowering thing is you have got the power to change your thoughts. And therefore, healing is about helping people let go of limiting beliefs. So whenever a client comes to me, I'm searching for what limiting beliefs they're holding on to, which is causing that. Oh, multiple sclerosis. Okay, you've lost control of your body. Okay, when did that happen? The lady with sciatica, it wasn't going bowling that created her sciatica. It was around, she had limited perceptions about her ability to create. So, I also love to teach people how to connect to their own bodies so they can do it themselves rather than having to come to me. Some people go to a psychologist for 4 years. I go, if I had a client come to me 4 years, I'd retire. And what? Most clients come to me for 1 or 2 sessions. That's it. What I do, I've learned a 4-step process, which I'll explain to you in a minute, which can heal anything. And I mean anything. I've helped people heal from cancer, tumor, MS, sciatica, whatever it is. If you've got an easy to apply, proven system that can quickly determine what people's illness is, the underlying cause, know how to shift it, then you know how to do it. And I'm going to give an example. I had a builder last year. He did my healing course, right? A builder, a real Aussie male, right? And he'd done no healing before. And once he come up to this and he learnt this 4-step process, and I listened to my students, their recordings when they're doing sessions on people, he was doing these amazing healings on people and he just followed the system. That gave him the confidence to do it. See, the reason why a lot of people believe they can't do it is they haven't got the systems to do it. And a bit like Cindy, right? If you're going to learn how to market yourself and make yourself visible, well, you've got to know how to do it. And therefore, what do? You learn from experts. So it's having a fast, easy to apply method that can determine real cause of illness, which to me is about energetic anatomy, connect to the body. See, I have no doubts when a client comes to me, if I connect to their body's going to tell me. I've just got to connect to their body. So I teach people how to connect to bodies. A bit like Cindy does in a different way, right? But I get people to connect to bodies to determine the cause of illness. Then it's having a systematic way to help people. Okay, this is the symptom. Now, how do I help them find the limiting belief underlying that cause to actually shift it, to change their perception, and therefore the body heals? So I'm going to show you this process. I call it CURE. That's the acronym. And this is a process I teach my students. And they love it. And they go away and do amazing healings on people using their healing abilities, but following the system because it's proven. It's been proven around the world. So what does C stand for? C stands for connect. Connect to the symptom. So that lady with MS, I connect the body and the body told me, oh my God, that happened 7 years ago. Or the lady with MS, the lady had a stiff neck. I just connect to her neck. Okay, the body told me. That's what the symptom. It's about learning how to connect to a symptom. The answer is in the symptom, because most people resist their symptoms and be angry with their body. C is you connect to the symptom. Then it's about understanding the symptom. Okay, what is that energy? What is it telling us? So the lady with sciatica, okay, um, it's in your Karate chakra. It's about relating your block and creating, and you don't know how to move forward. And therefore, it's understanding why did you have those limiting beliefs and where they come from. And right, so once you understand the symptom, you get the message from the symptom, then the symptom disappears. You don't need the symptom anymore. Like the lady with MS, once she understood the cause of her MS and she changed her beliefs, she no longer had the symptom. Then you can release the symptom. Once the postman gives you a message, you don't need the postman anymore. Then you release the symptom, like the lady with MS. And then the person evolves because they're in a higher consciousness. Because in a way, healing is really about letting go of limiting beliefs and changing your consciousness, being more aware. And therefore, you're helping humanity change by becoming more conscious because we're very blocked. So in a way, healing is about increasing our consciousness. That's what it's really about, right? So that's a process. I teach people how to do that process.